say just a few very brief words. As Joe said, it's the 150th anniversary of the birth of Luigi Pirandello. And he is, of course, as I'm sure you all know, but for those of you who don't, he's the foundation of modern theater. Playwrights as diverse as Eugene Ionesco and Samuel Beckett, to Arthur Miller, Tennessee Williams, and Edward Albee, and so many others, just cite him as one of the greatest influences on playwriting and modern playwriting. Now, about a year and a few months ago, we had a wonderful kickoff at next door at the Italian Cultural Institute, and Angela was part of it, and a number of other people. And since then, we've presented a number of readings. We've had a reading of a new translation of a play of his called Right You Are If You Think You Are. Angela was in that as well as Brian Murray and Lynn Cohen, if you know Lynn from Sex and the City, and that's a famous thing. In Berlin, yeah, Munich. Yeah, played Dolomite in Munich. And a cast with extensive Broadway credits, and went over really well. We did a reading of Cap and Bells with Angela at the Cherry Lane Theater, which is one of Pirandello's unknown comedies, and it went over very well. We also had a reading of Pirandello's last play. It was unfinished, called The Mountain Giants. It starred Tony Robbins, who you probably know from Woody Allen's movies. You were in that too, Erin?
Yes.
If it wasn't for me, she wouldn't work at all.
Excuse me. I'm sorry you invited me.
And that went very well. And we're continuing, but we want to get some productions going. And that's our focus. That's what we're working on. We are doing 2 one-acts on November 13th at the Our Lady of Pompeii Church. The company Italy Time, run by Vittorio Capotorto, who some of you may know, has asked that we do that as a joint effort, and it'll be a benefit for his company and mine, hell of a theater company. And we're doing 2 one-act plays, Cece and The Man with the Flower in His Mouth. Both are new translations by me. Translating's not easy, I found out. I probably should have learned Italian first, but I didn't do that, so it made it even harder. But we want to keep the flame going because, as a producer and director, I think Pirandello is very important, and it's important that he continue to be produced because he wrote great plays. As an actor, I think Pirandello is important because he wrote great parts. He wrote some of the best parts ever written for actors. And as an Italian-American, and I'm so proud to be here tonight. This gathering to hear the anthem was wonderful. But as an Italian-American, I'm so proud that that's my heritage. That this great figure has such great influence on the world and such a positive force in dealing with subjects that people hadn't thought about before. Illusion versus reality, and what is our individual person when we're with this person? Who are we when we're with that other person? And how do we change? These fascinating ideas in a very entertaining and very comical, often comical way. So I will be here. I hope that we can get some of you to some of our presentations, and I think you guys are doing great work. So thank you very much.